I am interested. Obviously, we've talked. I know that like finances are important for you, right? That is
Yes, very
something
much.
that is a key motivator. I think it's important for me, but not on the same level as you, which I think is fine. Like everyone has different aptitudes, and you're very transparent about that, which is something I very much respect about you. Um, can you tell me in terms of orders of magnitude, from starting as a data analyst, essentially like less than 5 years ago to
Mhm.
what you do now, what has been your multiplier of income? Or
Six
like
X.
close to it, 6x. I mean, that to me is pretty incredible about this domain, as if
Yeah.
like, you know, I don't think people can conceptualize how impressive that is, to be able to go and improve your amount that you make. And obviously that's not all in your work. You're doing content and these types of things as
Right,
well.
right. Let me be very clear. That includes my YouTube income and stuff too.
Yeah.
So, but
Um,
the majority of my income is still from my job.
yeah. And to me, that's something that is aspirational, right? Is that, hey, in this relatively short amount of time, you went from you essentially like 6x your income. You created all these different opportunities. You learned a lot of these skills. I don't know what other like formal career you could
Yeah.
be working in that would provide that type of growth in that short amount of time.
Medicine, because residents get paid nothing. I
Well,
have a
yes.
yeah. I literally went from literally yesterday. I was making 50K a year. Now I make $250,000 a year today. But it's
Yeah.
because like yeah, it's just yeah.
A different type of,
It,
because that
yeah.
depends when you actually cut that sample, right?
Right.
So if
Exactly.
you
Exactly.
I think that your sample is anywhere you cut it, you would have been making multiple X increases in income, which is pretty fascinating. Maybe
After
not the first year and a half.
COVID, um, after COVID, in theory, and again, there are infinite disadvantages that people can have. Like I do recognize. I want to make sure that I'm not like just saying anyone can do it. And, why doesn't everyone just do this? It's not like that. But after COVID, the biggest limitation factor for if you exclude like work, and stuff like that, assuming people know the career exists for people getting into these high end tech careers, because there are a lot of software engineers that like cap out at 150K, just because they don't work in like big tech or something. How was location? COVID has created an opportunity to make these insane wages anywhere in the country and theoretically anywhere in the world, theoretically, but anywhere in the country for sure. Um, I can confirm I've had 5 different companies reach out to me, fully remote opportunities, basically matching my current wages, and my current wages comfortably support me literally any location in the country, any major city in the country. I can go live in that city, and I will be very comfortable over there. Can I buy a house? Depends on how the
I
stocks
see,
perform,
buddy.
honestly. That's a little bit different, but I think the whole housing stock in this country is that's a whole different issue. But you also don't need a house to live a very comfortable life. Apart, I mean, I have a whole theory on whether the average person should get a primary house or not. That's way out of the scope of this podcast, but yeah.